Good evening, everyone. I know a lot of people don't want me to make these videos because they want something to do with me. And that's my response to you. That's why I fucking hate you guys. I want to have my freedoms and you taking my freedoms away from me. Because there's something wrong with me, but do you think I fucking care? No. I don't. But I've been watching some videos where you're talking about like semen retention, that it's not good to have a lot of sex, and some people say it's not good like not to drink alcohol. Based on my experiences, I don't agree with that shit. I think it's slave mentality. I mean, when I'm looking back at my past, I say that first of all, if you want to be successful, you have to have motivation, right? You have to have a desire. And when people tell you shouldn't drink alcohol or have sex, that's enslavement of the freedoms. Because they're forcing you to live how you don't want to live against your will. For me, that's a misery. Now, I get that it's important to be successful, but I think that if you want to be successful, you have to have an internal motivation. And if you don't, nothing's gonna matter. It doesn't matter whether you drink, have sex, or not, don't drink, don't have sex. This thing don't mean shit. I don't think that these things are factors, in my opinion. I think these things are just irrelevant. What relevant is, do you want to progress in life? What is progress for you? What do you want to do? How do you want to live? This is what's important. And I can tell you that like 5 years ago, when my life was better than it is now, when I had my freedoms, what was my motivation? I had a woman in my life whom I'm not seeing that much now. And I didn't really have problems with her. The only problem with her I ever had was sex was not as good, as passionate as I would like it to be. That's really the only issue I had with her. But I'm not really don't care about that as much. Outside of that, no problems. She was just telling me, do what you want, go to work. Why do you think I wanted to keep you in my life? And I didn't do no fucking semen retention bullshit. We were having consensual sex whenever we wanted to. Not all the time, obviously, but not even every day, obviously, but I had an access to it. And I had an access to alcohol. She didn't care whether I was drinking with my buddies, not drinking. She knew what kind of person I am, and she knew that, I drink here and there. She didn't care about it. And guess what? I used to work harder. I make money. I spend money on her. And I was making more and more money. And I was happy about that. And I had my freedoms too. The only problem I had is perhaps people were bitching at me. But I think that now I have way more problems than I used to before. I used to complain back then, but now I look at it like, damn. My life was so much better. At least I had my freedoms. I was acting how I wanted. Nobody was shutting me down. And I actually had a couple friends here and there. So my life was way better. And I had my freedom of speech. And I could just drink and do whatever I want when I wanted to. And granted, I was not doing it all the time because, if I have like 2 jobs, do I really have time to drink like that? No, I don't. But then it was not like, people telling me, oh, don't do this, don't do this. No. I have to pay my bills, I have to take care of my woman, and then whenever I have free time, I can drink, I can smoke weed, have sex, whatever. I have everything I want. I have access to anything I want. There is no restriction, there is freedom. But I just have to work all the time. So I can pay my bills and take care of my woman. So and that's good because that's freedom. I can act how I want, I can come home, do anything I want, I can be as weird as I want to be. And she doesn't care. See? Question why I wouldn't go out with Lydia. And she doesn't talk to me right now, but I've been watching these weird videos about high body count. Now they're not showing it anymore, but But like I keep telling you, the real reason why I was hesitant to get it with her because I had a different woman whom I respect, and even though Lydia was actually seducing me, and I was watching Mark Barton, he talks about women have problem with sexuality, and he make a lot of videos which remind me of her, but I know how she is. I'm gonna give Lydia that. She actually is capable of seducing a man. She has whatever it takes. She's very passionate. She's very caring and loving. And she has whatever it takes to seduce a man. I lived with her, I can say that. If you ask me what her problem is, she was not letting me do what I want and act how I want. That's the main problem she has. Not how many men she fucked. Which of course she told me about it anyway. Not like how many, but she was telling me that shit years ago. So I already knew that she is not a virgin, and she was talking about, in America have a lot of sex. So I'm not surprised, and that's okay actually. As a matter of fact, this is actually something which made me actually attracted to her in a way. Because I was thinking damn, that woman, she could be a good fuck. And I need it. I need some of that passion. I need that sensation seeking. That's actually a plus she had in her. So if having high body count get her these qualities that make me think that she's a good fuck, I mean, hey, if anything, that's actually a plus. But minus whatever she has or she had is can't be myself around her. She likes to bitch and criticize me. She cannot keep her fucking mouth shut. That's a real problem I have with her. She was insulting me. But I mean, this is female psychology. Women check men, and also she thinks there's something wrong with me. And she thinks like a normal person. You see, for me, that's a problem to be with a woman who cares about, what's wrong with this guy. If this is the way you think, nah, I want nothing to do with women like that. I want to have a woman who is like, okay, You know what you're doing? You go to work, you get the money, you can be weird, I don't care. I'm gonna have sex with you as long as you can go to work and get the fucking money. And I'm not gonna treat you any type of way. Just make sure you go to work, get the money, do the best you can. That's it. I want women like that, not the woman who's like, oh, you're weird and creepy, I'm not gonna have sex with you, even though other guys fucking dumping, pumping me, treating me like a complete bitch, but I'm not gonna give you no sex because you're weird. Even though you're doing shit ton for me, what other guys don't do for me. No. I'm not dealing with that bullshit. Fuck that. That's problem right there, I keep telling you. And the same thing with semen retention or whatever, like, that's not the problem. The problem is, see, it has to be intrinsic motivation, you know? Like, I think that if I'm motivated enough to do things, I'm gonna do it. But I need my freedoms too. Have drink when I want, have sex when I want. If I have all of that, I work how I want. People tell me whatever needs to be done will get done. I take care of business the best I can. I may not satisfy you. You may have problems with me, but hey. You cannot expect from me what I don't have in me. So, that's called unreasonable expectations. So, that's just what it is. I'm not dealing with people who trying to take my freedoms away from me, but saying, oh, you're not normal, you shouldn't work and think like this. Tell me how to live my life. Get the fuck out of here. See, that's exactly the problem right there. See, that's the problem. If you ask me, that's the problem right there. Instead of saying, do your best, do what you have with what you got, you're telling me what shouldn't do. I won't deal with that shit, like, fuck that. Tell me how to live my life. Get the fuck out of here. See? That's what my mom was doing. That's why I want nothing to do with her. But she is Jewish. Jewish people are manipulative. She's thinking that she's trying to fix my life. Did I fucking ask her for that? That's why I want to live with her. Fucking real PewDiePie does the same thing. That's exactly why I'm blocking her. Lydia was trying to do that too. Did I fucking ask her for it? Hey. She has a problem with me that I'm not normal. When I'm doing for her the best I can with what I got, and I'm doing the right thing, well, if she has an issue with the way I do things, that's a problem right there. I cannot be dating somebody like that. There's no way. I'll be abusing the shit out of her. I'm stronger than she is. She's a little girl with a big pussy, you know. And everybody treats her like a bitch. And here I'm doing things for her. And she has a problem with me being weird. That's a big problem right there. That's a huge problem. Sure, she's gonna get abused. Unless she's gonna change the way she acts. No fucking insult, no telling me what to do, none of that shit. You're gonna be doing that to me, that's it. I'm not taking that shit from you. I'm not taking shit from people, you feel me? I don't give a fuck. That's a big problem right there. That's the main reason I wouldn't like date her like that. That's the main reason. Not how many men she fucked. I won't even think about it. I'm only thinking about it because YouTube sends me these videos and other videos, and all that stuff brings that type of association with Lydia in my brain. That's what makes me think about that she considers that a problem. But that's not something I'm thinking about. Like I said, if I take you as a woman, the main issue wouldn't be that. It would be her not being happy with the way I think, I act, I do things. That's the main issue with her. That's the reason why I wouldn't go out with her like that. Because of that. Not because she's a fucking bitch who had sex with like, what, 20 men? 23 men? 25 men? That's not the reason. Anyway, guys, later.